There we go. Oh, fuck. Press the wrong button. Different playthroughs. That's my private playthrough. Main menu. Yep.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Whoa. Honestly, one of my favorite games ever. And favorite, well, development company, Obsidian. I love that company. I never finished New Vegas. Still working on that one. Just feels like games nowadays. Like, look
Hundreds
at
of
Bethesda's
thousands of
new
colonists left adrift out here
It's
forever, just to
pretty
keep from
garbage
damaging the board's bottom
compared to
line.
this.
Disgraceful.
Pretty bland would be a better word. I wouldn't say garbage. Bland. Boring. That's why I could never get through Skyrim. It was just so boring. This brings like one of my it's hard to explain. It brings some of my favorite parts or time periods, as well as my favorite like genre of game. You know what I mean? Fuck. I don't know how I should build it. I normally build it pretty well. Intelligence has to be high. Perception is going to be high. Strength is going to be average. Dexterity with handguns, lockpick, sneak. Yeah, should be high. Perfect. That's how we're going to do it. Fuck, I should have went P first. Fudgerino. Do ranged weapons.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
And tech. Yep. Because I just love the description of...
No one can see you cry inside of a mascot suit.
I don't see you cry inside of a mascot suit. I wasn't crying, okay? It was... the smell. We'll do medical.
A physician?
practitioner.
Not many of you left.
I am not female. I am a male. That's all fine. Not gonna really see his face too much anyways. Yeah, that works. Oh, makeup? No, we're not doing that. Scars, we can look at. My name, if you don't know it already, is Mr.Smoothbrain. But to you, is Dr. Smoothbrain. See, I can't even spell my own name. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. Features done. Exit Smoothbrain. Next. And I have to go take a pee, so I'll leave you with this.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Ugh. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down to 90%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take.
70 years?
Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes. Well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a
It's
special
also
concoction
not
I devised
super
to
serious.
keep you from dying
That's another
so
thing I love about
horrifically.
it.
Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but
It
I must
addresses
have
one
your
of my
help
favorite
securing more
problems,
if we're
which
to
is
save the rest of your fellow colonists.
corporatism.
I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a
Which
sizable
honestly,
bounty on my
power to the
head.
people, fuck
Now,
the
my
man.
ship is inoperative, but
I hate
I've
that
managed
shit.
to hire a smuggler to help you
You know,
out.
I used to work for
It'll be-
Walmart,
I
one of the
see we're
biggest
in position.
corporations
Good
in
luck.
groceries, and fuck them. How dare you make $1 billion, close stores, and still be able to just say, oh, here's a pizza party. You know what I mean? It's the biggest load of shit ever. We made $1 billion profit. We're gonna close stores down and work our employees 10 times harder for a pizza party. Fucking stupid.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
You've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Yeah.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
Damn.
Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Never checked up here. I didn't even realize this was an area up here. Okay. Let's go back down. I can't. Oh. Yeah, I know how the entire system works. Come on. Think of me better?
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. Bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Yeah, I bet. What
Hey,
up, G?
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
How are you feeling?
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
You're hiding in a cave.
Spacer's choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post.
Again,
I
this
will
is
report that
where-
illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance?
Sure.
Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not
Good
bad, huh?
job. Not at all. You know, you've had better ideas to give me the gun.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for
I want the
patching me up
bullet
and
in your
all.
side.
All Spacer's Choice
saber.
weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You
Where
hit
am
your
I?
head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The
Do you know
Hope?
anything about the
Is
Hope?
that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
I'm off.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me?
Damn.
What in the hell?
Take that and that. Okay.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Okay. What up?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts. And worse, landing violators.
I just took care of
Go on,
them.
that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad.
How
I'd
fucking
slap you
dare
with a
they?
Fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Well, it's just
You
a
out of your
landing
mind?
violation.
No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs,
Are
son.
you scared? Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation,
You are?
you know what? You're right.
I
It's
am.
time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Fucking laminated? That's expensive, girl. Let's go! Let's get ham. Are we clear? No, I knew I saw one more.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Ooh, at least you're gonna laminate it next, though. Makes it 10 times more of the work. I'm just gonna walk inside.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
No valuable plunder! Fuck!
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous
I'll
for
do
your
it.
health.
I guess I'll
Hello,
talk to you.
Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel.
Well, hello,
Please be
Ada.
informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is something supposed to happen?
You are still here.
Yeah.
My deception protocols have failed.
No.
I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I need to
I
get
am
the ship up
incapable
in
of
there.
accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne is supposed to meet me when I landed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Marauders.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I think I get where you're coming from.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our
I've been
engine
told
is
that I'm
currently inoperable.
Very reasonable
Our
man.
main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Alright, where the fuck can I find it? I doubt that that's just gonna be sitting in a
Astutely
garage.
observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, Ada, I got
Best
it.
of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Such a good level up sound.
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you
It
sure
is
walked in it
now.
like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay. I'll waive your
have a
fee since you
job.
helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down in Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay. Take care. I just gotta change some settings. Maybe it'll run a little bit better since I'm streaming. If I go down to medium. Oh fuck. Medium. Yep. Oh fuck. Wrong. There we go. Keep changes. Oh yeah, I'm getting better frames. There we go. What do you got? A saber sword? Okay, I can sell that. Oh, there's two more. So a little bit about me. I love playing video games. And I don't know what to do with my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 25. I should be getting a thought of what's going on, you know. But it's just kind of hard.
Don't go
You know,
ambling
in
on
this
those
economy
hills.
and
That's
shit.
marauder territory, friend.
This Marauder territory? Fuck, bro. We've been to the ganglands of Everett. They ain't safe. I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Everett's a pretty safe place. I never got your name. I'm Dr. Smoothbrain.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you.
Ooh, I
Name's
haul
Silas,
corpses every day.
Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a peg? Who do I talk to about a power generator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker.
No.
What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Ooh. I do what I want.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
I do. Sure you'll figure something out. I want money. So, we're gonna go with... You're making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Alright, I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up.
Who are
Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
they? What's special about Abernathy?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Okay. I'll be back. I don't think so. We want... What a lot to teach you about killing. I think XP. But they don't kill too many people for me. I'm a very aggressive guy. Man. What do we do? Fast travel when encumbered, that's useful. I'm just gonna up my health actually. It's a little bit better. That's what I thought. I thought it was a infinite run. That's why I was fucking with it.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene
Pretty clean.
recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I will not say my apartment is clean though. I came to show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Came to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Is that blue in your hair? Or is it just the shadow? That looks a little weird. You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend.
Fucking
Bitless,
brokey. Get
indigent,
with Top G.
destitute.
Come on.
I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Into a ditch? I don't care. Fucking pay
With
up.
what? My own blood?
Yes.
Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Let me take that. Read the note. Bam.
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not his teeth? As collateral for your grave fees.
You know about Eugene? How?
I found the note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them. He's
That's
dead.
unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You can.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Goodbye. What is that in the top right corner? That's funny. That's cool. Probably the view distance.
Yes, Mr. Top. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're Martin Abernathy.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
Silas sent me your money, punk.
So Silas can afford a hired thug, but I still gotta pay him a burial tax. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He told me everything.
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I don't want to think that there's a cannery in the sky for me to do manual labor. You're being paranoid.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Well, you're in luck, because I need the money.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it.
Oh, I picked the wrong
trying
option.
to insult
My
you.
bad. Don't worry about
So
it.
does that mean you're for hire? I could use the help if you could use the work.
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
I'll leave you be. Thirst. You're thirsty and you need a drink. Supernova difficulty. You must drink every few hours to prevent hydration. Or dehydration. Sorry. Hydration. Prevent you to be hydrated. Consuming all non-alcoholic drinks will clear your thirst and prevent you from dehydrating from every few hours. Without drinking, you'll dehydrate, will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your dexterity, perception, and intelligence at each stage before eventually death. Okay, so I need to drink something. What do I have in my inventory? Yes, thank you. Okay. Aid. Zero brew, that's alcoholic. Fuck. Okay.
You're making a mistake working
Going-
for Abernathy.
Bitch.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
So just because a man has a medical condition, you think he shouldn't get medicine for it? Huh? He's got symptoms of something.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for, though?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
That's not shady at all.
I'm doing right by the town, I'll tell you that much. You bring me that medicine and I'll see that it goes to the right people.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Yeah, I'll talk to the rest of the people later. Okay, I see the 3 new bars on my top left.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this with less of the grease monkey, Argo.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure.
Put a
It's,
seat here and
mostly on account of what we're
take in
feeding
breath.
into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
You tell me you're not catching fish here?
Seems we've got a guest.
Yes.
Really
I
now,
am
Parvati,
here.
I do wish you'd spoken up.
Bitch,
I do apologize.
she did.
I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed?
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I have a Mariner shirt on. Uniform? What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
You want loyal? I'll show you loyal. Let's keep this. Let's skip the smoke talk. I need a ship and a power regulator. Power regulator. I need a fucking power regulator, bro.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
I'm pretty smart. I won't be able to fry myself. Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Gonna be a charge.
Good law, no. I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Can't make any promises, bro.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson.
Parvati's my
I have
favorite!
With Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure. I could use some company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Oh.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Where did she go?
Let's talk when you're free.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
No.
It's just Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, ain't it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave this place. It's pretty shit.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
But there's someone here I have to collect food for.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it
I
quick,
am.
Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Tenderfoot? Fuck, I guess you're the foreman, huh?
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Here for your gravesite fees.
Shit. Silas still on about that?
He is.
Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name. The fuck are you giving me?
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay the bill if your neighbor shoots himself?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Fuck. You said the guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
I've heard. Must be tough losing family, though.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
So you mean the guy killed himself, you were the closest to him. How do you get caught up in that?
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
That's fucked.
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. That was depressing to talk to. I'm gonna steal everything. Thank you. Alright, there's one person that I was told to go talk to. His name is Vicar Max.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
I don't know. This place is kind of beautiful. He has some shit on the ground that looks like planets. Ones we are allied with and ones we might not be. I'm not
Hey
actually
there,
sure. I
Mary.
didn't take
Don't
a
see
look at
you
that
around
too
here
much.
too often.
Fuck you, Barry.
Oh, I just came to
You
talk to the
have
vicar
a-
is all. None of us are above confessionals.
Church,
What
I
have you
think
got
it
to
is.
confess?
I'm not quite
You
sure.
ain't thinking of deserting,
How do you
are
speak in God when you're out in space? You know what I mean? You're
Talking to
already
the
in the
good
heavens.
vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Pavardi wanted me to talk to you.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geo plant.
That seems well within your expertise.
The way we do it's by cutting off power to the others. The ones who left.
Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Believe the talk? What do you think of Adelaide's group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well the leader can provide.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise, Vicar Max?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like I've got a lot of work ahead of me.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal,
A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book, Vicar.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
That was very close to the actual word itself, and I didn't realize it. I got some more fees to collect. Oh, 20 voids. No way. We're gonna do ranged weapons for at least 10 of these. On sneak, we'll do 5. Revert. Yeah, then tech will do 5.
When I was
Yo, Mr.
Thank the
Ludwig.
law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about, old man?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Gotta watch out for the mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Silas sent me for your grave fees, old man.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
He sure did. He's asking for a little extra, too. Furnished resistance with mechanical repellent.
Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Yeah, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just such a project.
If your resistance needs another gun, I'm for hire, sir.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies paid enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
No. No, you wouldn't. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
See you soon. Sleep deprivation. You are tired and need to sleep. In supernova difficulty, you must sleep on your ship every day to prevent exhaustion. Without sleep, your exhaustion will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your temperament, intelligence, and strength at every stage before eventually death.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead.
Oh, yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards, anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Parvati, why did you name the damn thing?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
That in Aether Wave series or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Gotta go back to the old man.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs?
Sure.
Pulled its optic cables out its head case?
Most definitely.
Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid secret weapons in a lavatory?
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Peace. There's nothing like the wind in my face.
And your rations yet?
Yep.
Can I get up this? Nope.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Why are you so far away?
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Barty.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
About those grave fees.
You run into any trouble?
I'm all done. I have the paperwork and fees signatures right here.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping something a little bit more tangible.
Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Take care. I won't tell him about Abernathy.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
Damn, a bitch that don't know how to skip rock? Crazy. Another thing about me, I own a dog. Her name is Lily. I call her Bug. And she's snoring underneath my desk at the moment. I gotta get a camera for her. That way you guys can watch her sleep. Like the weirdos that you are. Maybe she'll get more famous than I do. Either way. As long as I can buy my mama a house, I'm happy. One, two.
Everyone all right?
Okay, there we go. We moved it forward.
Huh? You hiding? Go!
I died.
That look pretty.
I charged way too fast into them. Oh well. Continue. Let me try even lower settings. Maybe that will work. Keep. Get at least a solid 60.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we already talked to you about it.
You run in.
All right.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
I don't know a bitch that don't know how to skip a rock. Heard a wildebeest. I want to kind of get there safely and fast. I would like to use that as my primary. I only have 24 bullets. Okay. We'll switch back to this for a moment. Take everything you have, because I can sell the rifle. Take that. I have a model ship that I can sell to. Why do I still have 0 ammo for it? What am I picking up ammo for if it ain't for that? Trapeze, yep.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What is your problem?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
You obviously run a tight ship around here, huh?
You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her.
Could do without the gallows humor.
We're gonna find the Adelaide.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
I'll leave it be.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power to him.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Told him I'd think about it. Your camp has a power generator I need to repair my ship, though.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery. Something you need?
Notice you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
That's inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
You mentioned something earlier I wanted to ask you.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
That makes sense. Then why do you want me to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Let's get back to it.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi! Hello!
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. You could always give a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I got one of those pads you wanted.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Part 2. Found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure! I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I should go. Oof. Oof. Came at me all fast like. Can't do that to people. You know what I mean?
I always wanted to poke around in here.
That's the last of them.
I've already died! Fuck! Oh, almost had him. This is gonna be harder than I thought. Fuck, I'm in for a challenge, to be honest.
Hey, Miss. Lovely to.
Shit is so good.
You run into any trouble?
If I'd been able to get out here, I so would have stripped this for parts.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
What can I do for you, Captain? Goodbye. These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
I'm not going that way. I just saw what was over there. I'm definitely not prepared for that in this hard-ass difficulty. So let's get it. They're not gonna have anything on them. It's saying I'm tired, which is some bullshit.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
That bitch that don't know how to skip rock? Crazy. Yeah, I don't want to fight that at the moment. I have to find every little thing. That's clean.
Move along, stranger. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Look for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
I'll get out of here.
Much obliged.
you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
It's like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why'd you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. Shit like that.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
Your camp has a power regulator I need.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Sorry, I have an addiction to loot everything that's not in sight.
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way?
What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Why would you use this? That's why. Okay.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to learn. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's a lucky day. I do have one of those pads.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 2. Found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
always wanted to poke around in here.
Halt. Sweet.
Incoming!
System. Searching for unauthorized person.
I think there's this place to jump over at some point. No? Maybe no.
Unexpected. Processing. Investigate.
No!
Other area, sweet cow.
No. Pavardi, don't die, you fucking dumb bitch. I'm a dumb bitch. Go in on the other side. Pavardi has left the party. Yeah. Feel like I'm gonna lose a lot of companions.
Processing. System up. Beginning security. Security patrol in. Exiting security enforcement mode.
Fuck! It's gonna start me either at the ship or when I get inside. I don't remember if there was a loading screen to get inside. Well, Vardy ain't with me. That's very sad. Maybe I shouldn't play this game mode. Thanks.
Processing data.
Direct power. Oh, okay. It's gonna point me in the directions of where I need to go.
Halt.
Halt.
Performing an area sweep. Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational.
No!
It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
That's odd. Why aren't you attacking
Hostile
me?
actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all
remind me of
hostile
fucking
automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Hey, go back. Let me get this straight. You want to help me destroy other mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmation granted. I like the sound of that. Let's go.
No, just leave me alone.
Wait, did I? Oh, I did not. No, I did. This point me down here.
Get away!
Enough.
You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Well, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me, friend.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What is it you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You're an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them, huh?
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Alright, never mind. Fuck. I killed a lot of them now.
While performing it. Process.
You can't tell I play a lot of CS as well. Redirect power. Continue. Botanical laboratories. Just fuck the court.
System. Security
Oh no.
initiated unexpectedly.
Bye-bye.
Searching.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me. Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
I'm taking your power cord with me now. I'm gonna have to redo that part anyway since I didn't speak. Since I'm recording this as well. The way I can edit it. It's one of my favorite games. I would like to do a commentary on it.
I put my whole life in that cannery.
You must be very proud. Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside. As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals, even during times of unplanned crisis or unauthorized general chaos. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Goodbye.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
It's not personal. I need your power regulator.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
I don't have to intimidate. I'm leaving. Yeah, coming up the ladder. No.
I need to join up with it. Lottery, I'll hold them back.
There's no way he gets me down with that many shots. That's fucking dumb. let's continue. Let's get back through. Fuck. I thought I had a winning strategy. Just use the fucking pistol.
You want to know what gets my bile?
I don't have to talk to her since
Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, disease. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
It's not personal. Honestly, I don't know
You're
an
right.
explanation.
I put the fate of our town in the hands of some feckless transient. This is my fault, and all Edgewater's paying for my mistake. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
What's gonna happen to Edgewater?
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Alright. Now I put all that into dialogue.
Sign up for this. I'm out! Reloading!
Something's not right.
Okay, so there's no point in going back. It's down here. Man, does it take forever to get to my ship? What is this? A fucking yeah, it is. I didn't want that. It's something we didn't ask for. She's still at my ship. Thank God.
Captain, what can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install? Outstanding. Our engine room is located.
Honestly, let's see if Vicar Max is still willing to come with us. I have the book for him, right? So let's head back to town and see if Vicar Max wants to come with. I liberated the town, oh please, happy with me. They didn't look back, thankfully. Shit. They despawned.
What was that?
Nothing.
I don't want to die! Please don't hurt me!
He doesn't want to come with. I guess kill me. Spawn me back at the ship. He didn't want to come with. So now I have his book. A bunch of botched missions. Journal botched die robot.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Woo! We made it off this planet. We have to come back here again.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine, I'll go see Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal. We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker,
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltuna can's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want to truncheon through your teeth. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Old Reliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. My name's Dr. Smoothbrain.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain
Here you go.
Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
How do I get
You'll
this
want to take it
resolved?
up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea of why my ship's got impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure, what's up?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No. See you around.
Be seeing you.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monaco.
Rhythm's knocking out on
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Tell me about this
Well,
opportunity.
I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Say no more. I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find his secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abandoned outpost. Corporate secrets. Got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
No, I'm here to trade.
Want a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys. Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
I'm sorry.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Mm-hmm. This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
Damn.
How do you do? Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Be on my way. You have anything to drink?
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
You work for Spacer's Choice? Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
It's not so bad. They're struggling, but they got good hearts.
That's the Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
See what you got.
Have a look.
not going anywhere, you hear?
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
If you got a complaint, file it at security.
Carry on.
Is any of the news they play here actually
Oh wait,
true?
I gotta go over here. I remember.
Soft-sour candy shell around a sweet purple
Oh, that's the right one.
You
That's
can
the
do
right
it.
area. Am I mistaking it somewhere?
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Oh, medical
Are
barrier.
you listening to me? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Maybe I look in on Jesse.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostiles.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
Maybe it is.
Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheeler told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment.
Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Aye, aye.
Thought I
Oh,
saw
sorry.
something. What? What was that? Take him
I'm sorry.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following
Oh,
story.
fucking horror. If you wanna fight, then fight me in your area.
the last ratchet on rotten time. Leave me in peace. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door before I knock it down.
Bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Bye.
Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead.
I'll talk to Udo.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Any word on Jesse?
Did to someone on the board.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated rat.
This is...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex, is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What is your relationship with the guy?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yeah, sure he did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He was eaten alive.
No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic on hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
I know where to find
What?
Phineas Wells. He's a mad scientist on the watch
Indeed.
poster, right?
And you know where he is? Excelsior! An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh, no. Oh, no. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money. Quickly, for reasons.
So far, so entirely expected. What happened?
I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fancier on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board.
You have to be kidding me. How stupid could you be?
Oh, it might surprise you.
I really don't think about it.
There's no call for that kind of talk.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, I should apologize. I can't help being rather on edge. I really do need that seal, you see. Rather desperately. I can't grant you access to Byzantium without it. If the board learned of my foolishness, why... by the law, they'd fire me.
Ouch.
The board isn't even the worst of it. Gladys intends to sell it to the highest bidder. She's demanded I provide her with proof of its authenticity. And if I refuse, she'll have those goons at Sublight Salvage throw me down the waste disposal shaft.
You really are in a pickle, huh?
A spicy little pickle entirely of my own making.
Fine. This is still not my problem. Peace. Yeah, fuck the board.
This is halcyon.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again? Depends. What are you planning to do with it? See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear.
8,000 bits?
Anything else, dear? What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Yes.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I'd go with you to see the board set.
You're sure no one followed you? Is it all clear, or am I still a wanted woman?
Oh, I hadn't talked to him about it. Maybe I need to go back.
This is how.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you?
Hear about Jessie Doyle.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Lily, no. She's worth more than a lot.
That's not unreasonable. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
You
might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I think I just turned her in. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. I'm a scumbag. That was funny.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are clear.
She's not too mad about it. Okay. Watch yourself while I'm gone.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jessie. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Are you just because I helped it?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Lord,
you won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
Enough, Lily. Lily, enough.
What the hell's going on? We were in a holding pattern.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purpleberry flavored Fire Nuggets. Now with
Not
4%
so
more
fast! What do you think you're doing? Just don't complicate my job, okay?
Hey there. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
Got it, thanks.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
That's all I need to
All right.
know. About to work.
Be seeing you.
Deuces. He's here! Yay!
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Pretty eager to throw yourself into someone you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Yeah. Could be. I've heard enough. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
Well, we've already lost 2, so... Might as well.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
I'm in the mood for some entertainment. No. Talk to you later.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
I need a word.
What up?
This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
Do you know anything about who sent the call?
What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
Someone needs help, Ellie. And we're going to give it to them.
If you say so. I'm keeping a finger on the trigger all the same. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there. See if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
That's true.
Something on your mind?
Yep. Not really. This is a sick outfit, but I'm actually gonna steal her clothes. Because it's not the kind of player I am. Golly. have the option for 2 more.
No.
I should probably also do those and this. Trying to keep everything a little bit balanced.
Something chewed clear through that armor.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
What the fuck happened around here?
Is that gunfire?
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps.
What happened here?
Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
You said raps broke loose? Did you have them in cages?
Forget I said anything about that.
Well, can you tell me about the distress call?
Distress call? From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed.
Why not?
Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such.
Can you tell me who's in charge?
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center.
I'm gonna have a look.
Oh, before I forget. Anti-Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice peddles.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
No, did he send the distress call though?
Yes. Anton Crane, lead scientist here. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Under control? What you call hiding in an abandoned town surrounded by raptors?
Standard operating procedure for suits, boss. They're all a bunch of cowards.
I guess you're right. Maybe not happen. Maybe not. What happened here, Anton?
An attack. One that I'd wager was due to the nature of my research here.
Let's get to the chase. Tell me what happened.
Yes, of course. Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
Just wait. If you tell me what you're researching, I'll have a better idea what's at stake here.
You have a point there. It most decidedly cannot make the situation any worse. All right. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel.
It's all about toothpaste?
One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue?
Only if you'd like me to punch you in the throat.
Very well. We'd formulated the world's most effective appetite suppressant toothpaste.
You can couch it however you like. It's still just toothpaste. Diet toothpaste.
Not just any diet toothpaste. The ultimate diet toothpaste.
It's not worth your life.
I'm certain it could be made into that as well, with only a few changes to its molecular composition. But you're missing the point. Let's focus for a moment, shall we? Even if you disregard the obvious value of Auntie Cleo's Appazap diet toothpaste in and of itself, we're talking about my career here as well.
This is ridiculous.
No! Please, hold a moment. This is highly irregular, but circumstances force me to improvise. Might I interest you in an arrangement of sorts?
I'm listening.
You resolve my situation, and I'll see to it you're well compensated.
So you'd like me to remove the outlaws, retrieve your research, and handle the Raptidons?
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab.
Who's Jameson?
My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him.
I'll find him.
That would surely lighten the weight on my conscience, as I am held to account for the well-being of every scientist here. Too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name, as it were. And far too much paperwork.
Okay, I'm off. How long have I been streaming? To be frank with you, I kind of want to go get something to eat. 3 hours is what this says. And about 3 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right here, go grab something to eat, maybe come back.